Right, everybody, we have had the results in for the Essex Police Commissioner, I'll refer to it as. And obviously that is an undertaking also for the fire brigade. So what I want to do is just say to everyone, obviously I'm grateful for all the assistance for people that went out in Basildon and went out in Clacton and different areas, and obviously so is Robin. But I'm just going to show you a couple of things on the screen at the moment. So I'm going to share this and then I'm going to hand you over to Robin. Let me hopefully bring this up. And what you will be seeing, so we're going to go back to this part in a second, 456. But at the front there, obviously, this video is up and live. And there it is. All right, so we've got England. I want my country back. And there is, in the centre there, as everyone should see it, the Essex flag and insignia. And what I'm going to do now is run back to the point that we was already at, which is, let me just grab it before it does anything nasty. 456. So let's get to 456. 456. And I'm going to play this to you. What we're going to do is walk up to these people. They turn there. We're giving out leaflets and giving out some newspapers, etc. So I'm going to say hello to our supporters. Hello, Jenny. How are you? So you got your English Democrats badge on there. And did you say there was a paper there? Was there a paper in there? So we're giving out these papers as well, which is English Patriot. Have a look at that. There it is, Boulder Fast, etc. But don't forget, Robin Tilbrook is the man. And let me just say hello. This is John.
Hello there. Vote Robin Tilbrook, Essex Police Commissioner.
There you go. And then we got one there.
Oh, hello.
You need to say something now. Go on.
Vote Robin Tilbrook.
Oh, there you go. Look at that. And there you got the CSAT, English and Proud. And then we've got Alison.
Vote Robin Tilbrook.
Vote Robin Tilbrook. Go Robin.
That's
Robin
it. So look, we've got everyone out there saying vote for Robin Tilbrook. There they are. So what we're going to do now is just take some more images of this. Hopefully I'll come back. So there you have that. So let me just come back. I'll stop that share. And then I'll let you, if you, what I will do is just bring this screen up and then obviously let you talk through what's on the screen. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. If you can see that on the screen, hopefully it's Robin Tilbrook received. Is that what you can see? And that's it. I'll hand over to you.
Thank you, Graham. And can I just say thank you very much for all that you did during the election. It's very much appreciated, and you know it's also the volunteers that you showed there in that picture, but there were many others as well, weren't there? And of course, I ought to thank the 42,831 first preference voters as well in Essex. I think that's quite a good score, bearing in mind that we didn't get any leaflets. All we've got is what we actually handed out, just as you showed some of our English Patriot newspapers being handed out. And there was a government website, Choose My PCC, which I think is pretty clunky, and I doubt very many people had actually looked at it. We had a few posters around, which I think were very striking, but nevertheless, you know, obviously in a county like Essex, which is really quite huge, with quite a large population, I should think there's something in the order of 1 million voters in Essex, and probably nearly twice that in terms of the total population. You know, you're looking at an impossible task to get the message to everybody. And of course, the first preference votes don't say that those are the only people that voted first, because some people may have voted for their sort of traditional candidate first, and then me as a second preference, which unfortunately is the sort of wrong way around to do it, because obviously in a supplementary vote system, what you're really trying to do is to get into the top two, so that there is actually a second round where the second preferences are counted.
Yep.
In Essex, which is, you know, with a big Tory surge across the whole of England, it seems, it was perhaps not surprising that the Conservative did manage to win it, and in fact won it so convincingly that we didn't even get into the second round because he got more than 50% of the first preference votes. I would guess he probably didn't get very many second preference votes, though. That's not normally what happens with
no, I'd agree.
Candidate. So, you know, we got at least just under 43,000. If you're thinking second preference votes, we probably got quite a lot more of those as well. So certainly, when I've looked at the ballot papers, it's obvious that there were quite a few. So I've got to thank the voters. Thank you for turning out and voting for English Democrats, and you very much for all that you've done to help, and all those that have helped with the campaign. Personally, I would have liked to have stood more police candidates and mayoral candidates, but I think it's worth saying that in order to stand, we do need people to volunteer to stand, because obviously we can't all do it. We can't do, I mean, for instance, I could only stand in Essex. I couldn't stand anywhere else.
In that particular type of election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the coming weeks and months, of course, we'll no doubt have a series of by-elections in one sort or another across the country. So our need for volunteers continues. But I just wanted to really say a resounding thank you very much for all that you and supporters have done to get us this result, which I think is very credible. You know, nearly 43,000 people voted for us first time round. So that is a significant step forward, I think.
So let me just emphasise a couple of things here to people. The first is that we need people to stand in different areas and different constituencies. People often say to me, who do I vote for? I just want to make sure that people are aware that you, in this particular election, and all of the other candidates that do stand for us are English. They're not part of the British establishment, and they are not anything to do with British parties. They are literally vote English. So I just want to emphasise that if you want to stand anywhere, if you're a member or a supporter of the English Democrats, if you've got an indication to stand, then stand, because that's what we need. And then all those people that send me emails and messages and say, there's no one standing in my area. If you're one of them people, consider standing. It's as simple as that. And then you'll give people someone to vote for in your area. So again, obviously, I'm pleased with the amounts votes we've got there. And just to show everyone, again, the second video I'm going to put out today will include this thank you from you. And we're all grateful that you've thanked us. And I am going to say this to people. It makes a difference when you get out there with the English flag, when you get out there with your county flag, and you stand up and be proud to be English. That's what we're looking for. And when people say to me, I don't know anything about politics, and I always say to them, we're not after people with political degrees. If that was the case, we'd be another British party.
Yeah, so people tend to think that standing an election is difficult, and you know, it's going to call on them to have, you know, to be the sort of great person who can stand in the centre of a crowd and spellbind the crowd with their speech making skills. That's simply not true at all. In fact, you're quite lucky in most elections if you get the chance to make any speech or get involved in any hustings. Certainly all local elections, your chances of getting to make a speech is virtually zero. It's literally handing out leaflets and, you know, in other words, distributing them. If you want to, knocking on doors as well, canvassing. But that's very much, you know, person to person. I think in the local elections, I think the best we did was we did get one paper that allowed us 200 words, and most of them were 50 words only. You know, in a pre-written text. So it's actually quite easy to stand. It's not difficult, and the local election doesn't require any deposits at all. The police commissioner elections and the mayoral elections do require deposits, so they're a bit more. But obviously, as a party, we were able to help our candidates in dealing with that. It's easy to do. It certainly flies the flag, as you were saying. People generally need the idea that others are standing up for something before they're prepared to say that they stand for that too.
Yeah.
So actually, the more people that do stand, the more awareness there will be that is being proud to be English is a view that people can hold without being criticised.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Unfairly. To the extent that you get criticised at all, it should really be water off a duck's back. If they're not criticising you, you're probably not making any waves at all. You've got to be thinking in terms of it being a bit of a struggle, but it's not difficult to get into. That's what I'd say. So I'd really encourage people to do it, and I think most people who do stand in elections find it quite rewarding.
Yeah, they do. It's a public service to do that.
It's a public service. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
we're involved in the argument, and if sort of human social affairs are such that if nobody argues one side of the argument, then that goes completely without anybody thinking about it. So it's important to get involved in the argument.
Yeah. In other words, if you want to hear someone standing up for your voice in the Houses of Parliament or any other place in England, then you need to stand. And when you do, people like these people there in Clacton and Basildon come out and showed their support. And lots of people come up to us and they agreed with us. And what I'm saying is 42,831 votes is not insignificant. And bear in mind, the British establishment and the British mainstream media do not allow us to speak on any of their platforms. They do not allow us on social media. We get banned all the time. Robin himself was banned from Facebook. And yet Robin is a solicitor. He's one of them people that the British say, if you want this signed, you must go to a solicitor to get it signed because they're a stand-up person. And yet he was banned off of Facebook. So the principle here is if you want your voice heard, stand, and the English Democrats will support you. End of. And then we'll be a force in this country. Even with this, the United Nations, one of their first principles, and I think it is actually the first article of the United Nations, is that all nations have the right to self-determination. Remember that. And that means England. That's it anyway, Robin. Thank you for coming on the show and thanking everyone. I'm sure they're all grateful to see you this morning. Again, we're not we're disappointed, but not disappointed. That was a great turnout by the people. 42,831 votes.
Thank you, Graham.
Well done. Thank you.
Outside, yeah. Well, I was born in London. Mum and Dad.
Right, what I want to do, touch wood if this is actually recording. Now we get run over by a train. And here goes the train. Hopefully we're going to get a ping pong. Or is he just standing there? So, oh, Looks like we've got an English train there as well. So just to let you know, there's some people, we've had a number of other people come down here today. So what I'm doing is just showing, we have got the English flags flowing, and we have got the Essex flag flowing at ICCPR. So what we're going to do now is come down here and show these people. There they are, proud of being English. And as we get closer, you can see what they're actually doing. So there they are. There's the flags. They're all waving to us, and they're English Democrats. So there you go. And you've got the rosettes there, the English flag. David, Alison, Ian, John, Jenny, and there's other people here as well, which we're going to show them. But one of the things that we're trying to emphasise here is...
What's the train? Round?
Huh? Right, the train has decided to start up and come out. So there's an English train at Clacton Pier. There's my favourite, ice cream and chips. I don't know about that. Fish and chips would be nice. Let's walk back down.
Oh, yeah, it's just been a
And you can see the flags flying. You can see the English Democrats there. We're now going to be going out.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to be giving out the flags. There's the flags flying. Clacton Pier. There's everyone waving at us. They're the English Democrats coming out at very short notice, by the way. There you go, look at that. What I'm going to do now is take a quick photo of that. There they are. We are now campaigning for the English Democrats Police Commissioner, Clacton Pier. There you can see it. It is the Essex Police Commissioner. There's the English flag, there's the English Democrats, all out there, smiling away. That's what I like to see. Victory sign. So what we're going to do, tomorrow we're going to Basildon. I'm going to put this video out. We're going to walk up into town and do a bit more, that's it. So thank you very much, and I'm going to stop the...
They don't tell me what £10 and
the big flags coming up there. There's the English Democrats.
Worth anything.
We're getting to the top there.
Oh, what good is it?
And there's our flags.
Constitution is the solution.
That's it, the Constitution's the solution. There you go. They're now going into the town centre, and they're going to keep walking up there. And I'm going to keep videoing this. Hello.
Oh, what's up? We're nearly. Shocking.
I'm talking.
Oh, it's been awesome for lifting there.
I can't even get you to that camera working.
Might for you to get in there. Oh. Yeah, have a look at that t-shirt. Look, we got a proper t-shirt there. Look, English and proud. Right, so where we are is Clacton Town Centre. And there's the English Democrats, and we're campaigning for Robin Tilbrook for Police Commissioner. He's English, not British. He just happens to be a solicitor, but he is one of the most staunchest people that could do it. So there's the flags, there's the Essex flag, the English flag, and again what we're going to do is walk up to these people. They've turned out. We're giving out leaflets and giving out some newspapers, etc. So I'm going to say hello to our supporters. Hello Jenny, how are you? So you got your English Democrats badge on there. And did you say there was a paper there? Was there a paper in there? So we're giving out these papers as well, which is English Patriot. Have a look at that. There it is, Border Fast, etc. But don't forget, Robin Tilbrook is the man. And let me just say hello, this is John.
Hello there, vote Robin Tilbrook, Essex Police Commissioner.
There you go. And then we got one there.
Oh, hello.
You need to say something now, go on.
Vote Robin Tilbrook.
Oh, there you go, look at that. And there you got the t-shirt, English and proud. And then we've got Alison.
Vote Robin Tilbrook.
Vote Robin Tilbrook. Go Robin.
That's
Robin
it. See,
Tilbrook.
look, we've got everyone out there saying vote for Robin Tilbrook. There they are. So what we're going to do now is just take some more images of this. Hopefully I'll come back a bit further. And what I'm going to do is take another photo of that. There's another one there. So the objective of today is once you get out, people come up and ask you for leaflets. We just had it at the pier. If you're not out there, you're not out there with your flags and you're not telling people, you know, there are people just like you that support England and your county. That county flag is flowing now. And the reason it is because someone's actually stuck it to a pole, come out here and said, listen, we not only support the Essex county, but we also support England. And you've now got people to vote for. Everything that's going on in this country that's bad about what's going on has been done to us by the British. And people need to learn quick, and that means what's happening to the veterans. And yes, I will be on the veterans bikers rally next week, but there the people are, there's the flags, and every one of them has got pride in England. And if you've got pride in England, you need to come back up here, you need to get out with us. So we're in Basildon, Essex town centre tomorrow. We'll be walking around, we're not causing anyone any problems. This is a campaign and it's to support Robin Tilbrook of the English Democrats. Don't forget, we've also got people standing in Manchester, which is Stephen Morris. We've got Therese standing in West Yorkshire, and we've got one other guy standing in Bedfordshire. So look for the English Democrats, and that's what you're going to see. So there you go, everyone up there.
That's why we're here.
Not
The minority.
What's the other minority that don't feel that
Well, the answer is the people who oppress the English rely on the fact that people don't vote. And if you don't vote,
but there's too many
you can't get people in.
immigrants and migrants in this country that no, I'm not racist, don't get me wrong with that one.
I'm not saying you are. There's a magazine over there. Right, I'll go and get you one of them. Let me go and get you a magazine, and you'll see what we think. People keep asking me, how do I vote in the Essex election for Police and Crime Commissioner? This is really, really, really important, right? So I'm going to show you. Here it is on the screen now, or it should be on the screen now. What you want to do is Essex. That's what the ballot's going to look like. What you're allowed to have 2 votes. Never put more than 2 crosses on the vote, but you can put 1. And your 1 should be Robin Tilbrook if that's what you want to do. If you absolutely do not want to vote for anyone else, then that is what you should be doing. That is it, single vote in that box. If you've always voted Labour and you want to vote Labour, in some strange way you're being compelled to do it, put Robin as your first choice and then ease your conscience if you want with a column in the second choice Labour. What you don't want to do, you don't want anything in that top box up the top there. And there's the third one. You can do an X again. First choice must be Robin Tilbrook. And then what you'll see at the bottom, if you voted Liberal Democrat, I don't know why anyone would vote for them, but never mind. You can put that in there. What you do not want to do is vote for the top candidate on that element there. They are not Conservative. They are Tories, they are socialists, they are destroying this country, and the only person on there that's English and will support Essex and support the people of Essex as an English county is Robin Tilbrook. So that's what I'm asking you to do. There it is again. I'll go through it again. You can put first choice Robin Tilbrook, second choice Labour, or you can just put 1 and only choice in there. That is not a spoilt ballot. That is a valid ballot. Put that in there, but whatever you do, never put a cross in the Conservatives or never any of them boxes for Conservative. You want Robin Tilbrook to be elected. That's it. Thank you. God bless. Get this out there. Put it out there on social media and make sure everyone understands what that looks like and what they're voting for. There you go. Tiddly poo. Au revoir. Don't forget what I believe in. The Constitution is the solution, and I'll